Wild boars aren't just another animal roaming the wild. They've become one of the most pressing and underestimated invasive threats on the planet. They are not just nuisances. They are a growing menace, leaving behind a trail of destruction that extends far beyond the forest they inhabit. Smart, adaptable, and cunning, wild boars are capable of outwitting even the most experienced hunters and land managers. To those who see hunting them as nothing more than a sport, it's time to think again. Every shot fired, every trap set, every coordinated effort against them isn't about bragging rights or trophies. It's about survival. It's about protecting millions of acres of farmland, safeguarding fragile ecosystems, and defending the livelihoods of countless farmers who find themselves in a war they never asked for. To understand wild boars is to uncover a reality that few dare to face, one where the balance of entire landscapes and economies hangs in the outcome. Scientifically known as suscrofa, wild boars have spread at alarming rates across the southern United States, Europe, Asia, and now even parts of South America and Australia. Originally native to parts of Eurasia, their spread is both a biological marvel and an ecological nightmare. What makes them such a formidable force is their remarkable adaptability. These animals are not only survivors, but innovators in their own right. They learn quickly, remember locations, and adjust their habits to avoid danger. This intelligence is precisely what makes them so difficult to control. A wild boar that survives a hunting attempt or sees one of its sounder members caught in a trap won't make the same mistake twice. Instead, it will adapt changing feeding times, avoiding human activity, and finding new ways to infiltrate farmland. At their core, wild boars are opportunistic omnivores, willing to eat just about anything they can find. Their diet spans roots, tubers, fruits, and grains, but it doesn't end there. They will devour insects, amphibians, small mammals, eggs, and even carrion. This flexibility allows them to thrive in nearly every environment on Earth, from dense forests to open fields, from wetlands to suburban backyards. But it isn't their appetite alone that causes alarm. It's the way they search for food. Using their powerful snouts, wild boars root deep into soil, overturning everything in their path. This rooting behavior, while instinctual, is catastrophic for human agriculture and natural ecosystems alike. Native plants are destroyed, seedlings are uprooted, and invasive weeds are spread. Agricultural crops like corn, wheat, and soybeans are flattened, contaminated, and rendered useless. For a farmer who has invested months of labor, water, and resources, waking up to find an entire field ravaged overnight is nothing short of devastating. The numbers paint a chilling picture. In Texas alone, feral hogs cause more than $100 million in damage every single year. Across the United States, the number soars to over $1.5 billion annually when factoring in crop destruction, livestock losses, disease control, and infrastructure repairs. Imagine carefully laid irrigation lines shredded by tusks, fences torn apart, and entire pastures reduced to mud wallows. These losses aren't just financial. They represent food security, environmental stability, and even public safety. Wild boars are also highly social animals. They typically move in groups called sounders, made up of females and their offspring. Mature males tend to be solitary, joining groups only during mating seasons, but the sounders themselves are tightly knit, often ranging from half a dozen to several dozen individuals. Within these groups, communication is key. Grunts, squeals, and subtle body language signal danger, coordinate feeding, and even establish hierarchies. A lead sow often takes on the role of scout, guiding the group through dense cover, determining when to forage, and deciding whether to flee or stand. For hunters and wildlife managers, this social intelligence adds another layer of complexity. Because when one boar learns to avoid a trap or feeder, the entire sounder learns with it. Their wariness of humans is another challenge. Mostly nocturnal, wild boars use their keen sense of smell and acute hearing to detect danger long before it arrives. Unlike deer, which may freeze in headlights, boars will scatter and vanish into dense brush at the first sign of trouble. Their thick hides and muscular builds make them resilient opponents, while their tusks sharp, curved weapons capable of inflicting deep wounds make them dangerous not just to crops, but to humans and livestock. Hunters who underestimate a wounded boar often learn too late that these animals are capable of turning defense into aggression in seconds. Population control has become a critical mission, and the methods used are as varied as the landscapes. Boars infest. Traditional hunting is part of the solution, but it alone cannot keep pace with their staggering reproduction rates. A single sow can give birth to 2 litters a year, each averaging 6 to 12 piglets.
If you'll enjoy this video, please like and subscribe my channel for more information.